You ever think about getting a coach, consultant to, get your head checked out? And talk about some stuff. Get like Patrick Bet-David office coaching, right? Vic now is going to get in coaching.
I'm going to be in Vic's accelerator
Are
program
you?
this year because I was actually part of the panel speaker package.
He's
So
going to give you as a little.
yeah, so
Okay.
we're going to be doing some content creation, coaching this year, and just he's got this Max Accelerator program that I think basically hits on the 4 pillars of Max Life. So we're going to be going through that for the next year.
He's going to help you with what? It's 4 pillars of what part of your company is going to help you with?
I believe it's the 4 pillars of Max Life. I'm not getting this wrong. I believe it is your business, family, community. I can't remember the
Yeah,
fourth
okay.
ones.
I'm forgetting too.
Okay.
And he did a one-on-one with you, coaching? I think Vic does. He had a panel.
I think it's
Council.
It's a council, yeah. So it's a coaching call with a group, right? So,
Interesting.
yeah, we're going to be. Hopefully, that's going to be starting. I think in the next couple of weeks.
Good for you. It's a good idea. I think you should look into that and also look into maybe into that. I think that one's probably be the best. He's local to you too.
Yep.
Awesome. That's awesome, man. Man, okay. So you're very much involved. You have an office manager, but I'm an owner of a company. I told you in MetSpot. I'm finally gonna hire a office manager part time. But my wife and I have been very hands on. I'm learning. I'm working too much in the business, not on the business.
Sure.
And I just hired her recently. Just talking this morning, my office manager Wendy, I felt like liberated. Like, okay, I can look into other locations now. I could look into other situations. You gonna expand out of your area? You gonna go into other areas?
Oh, absolutely.
Where areas looking into?
So we service from Jacksonville to Tallahassee currently.
Okay.
West Palm over to I'd say Naples.
Okay. So you're not Miami. You're not Fort Lauderdale.
No, not opposed to it, but
Crazy.
The codes are different, and
Okay.
The sheer traffic and logistics of trying to get anything done
It's
down
insane.
there, it's pretty rough.
It's gotten more insane after COVID.
What's pretty rough about Miami is the same job that we would charge X amount of dollars for here in Tampa, Orlando, is 2+ times in Miami. It's just a different market entirely.
So you make that much more money.
Well, and it comes with a higher cost of materials,
Of course.
a higher cost of labor.
The margins are probably equal out.
It's going to be the same. It's just basically it's a higher ticket. You're paying more for labor. You're paying more for materials.
Yeah. Is it really worth it in the end?
Yeah. Well, that and it's if something goes wrong, you don't have an established office down there. You're 4.5 hours away, right? So it's something I haven't been in a hurry to do.
Sure.
But now that we're in the middle of this PE merger, we're looking at companies that have multi-locations, at buying them and rolling them under us. And so here in the next 90 days, I could end up with 7 locations in Florida.
Oh, that's amazing. That's insane.
You may have management in place. So it would be a situation where basically we go in and figure out what they're doing right, what they're doing not as well that they could improve on, right? Some of these companies are running 10% EBITDA margins. So they're either not selling jobs that are profitable enough, trying to do way too much volume that's not profitable, or they are burning profits somewhere in the mix.
You're thinking about coaching other entrepreneurs coming up? Would you think about doing that?
It's certainly something I would consider at a later time. I think once I'm completely done with this merger and hit a successful exit.
Talk about the merger. So you guys you're merging or you've been bought over?
I'm selling equity.
Gotcha.
So I'm selling 59.8% of my company.
Majority.
Yes.
Okay.
In any private equity merger,
You have to.
Yes. You're not going to maintain majority. Now, there's rare occasions where
once in a while here
somebody will come in and want a minority ownership, but ultimately, you want someone to come in and buy majority, especially as a platform. But being able to maintain 40% equity in the business as a platform is very huge.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of upside in that as well.
So it's you and how many partners do you have that?
I own it 100%.
Not the brother, not the dad, no one, nothing.
No, and what we plan to do in this private equity merger, we're allotting 10% of the company for employee stock. So between me and the new investors that make up the board, we will decide who gets stock along the way. We're gonna do a phantom stock basically
Yeah.
For employee retention.
I heard my mentor, Mark Arfron, he owns rehabs, addiction rehab. Addictions is the topic today. And he told me about doing this with my staff at Nor Med Spa.
I think it's important to maintain key talent.
In the beginning.
You've got people that, bring a lot to the table.
Sure.
And could potentially go start their own companies.
Yeah.
So you have to offer those people. I heard, I can't remember who said this, so I don't know who to credit it to, but someone told me one time, you have to make sure that your dream is so big that your employees' dreams can fit inside.
Sure.
Right? And so if your dream's too small and your employees have bigger dreams, they have to go find another place to work or start their own business to fulfill that.
That's amazing. That gets you thinking. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I hope that RoofX is a $150 million business.
It will be.
I hope that we're in 3 or 4 or 5 states. I hope that I'm still the CEO, and hopefully we'll be heading for a secondary exit. But even when that happens, I feel like I will stay on as the CEO.
You believe in God?
I do.
Follow religion? Particular specific?
So I grew up Christian school, right?
Sure.
Went to Christian school.
Mm-hmm.
So I had, was in church service Wednesdays and Sundays, and ultimately off and on as a child, went to church on Sundays. Not all the time. There's periods where I did not. But, even growing up, we watched, Father Schuler and Joel Osteen on Sundays. And so definitely believe in God. Definitely believe in God.
Good for you.
So
married?
I'm not currently
planning
married.
to?
Eventually.
Kids?
No kids at the moment, but would like to.
Want to be a family man one day?
I think so. Yes.
Someone with your childhood, your upbringing, situation, your chaos that you grew up in. One would think you'll say, no, man. I don't want to bring someone else in the world. And
I think for me, it was, I'm busting my ass. I'm building a legacy, building a lot of wealth. What's it all for? It's kind of the question you think about it, where none of us are getting out of here alive. Everything that we're doing is temporary. And so I think it's important that we add purpose, right?
I love that. I love that. Where can we find you?
My Instagram handle, it's Rennie J. Diaz Jr.
You're getting more busy on social media. I like that.
So I haven't focused on social media at all until recently.
At RiseCon.
At RiseCon, but yes, I'm going to be making content more this year. Hopefully, might start my own podcast.
You should.
Definitely might start that.
I think your brand is amazing. I think you should. We have some ideas I'm talking to you about later, but I think your brand. I mean, you have a story to share. You have a book inside of you, in my opinion. A book is a good idea.
I've thought about that.
Yeah.
Thought about it. I didn't realize how many people are looking to hear, they're looking for inspiration. They're looking for hope. A lot of people are fighting similar battles or going through similar trials in their life, and they're looking to hear from people who've been there that can say, keep going, it's okay. And so I got a lot of that feedback after RiseCon.
That's amazing.
And I went from not wanting to get on that stage and do that to feeling like it was probably one of the best decisions I ever made.